Welcome to the Legendary Legends podcast, week 5, right? Right. Week 5 of the LCS has just ended. What do you think? How'd that go? Is it as much of a shit show as I hoped it was?
Why did you hope it was a shit show?
Because the shit show's always more fun. Did you watch A Heart of Thieves versus Optic? Did you watch Optic play this week?
I tried to forget. But the problem is I can't forget until after we're done with this show. So after we're done with this show, I'll purge it from my memory. But until then, I did indeed watch that.
Oh, there was some...
How did you think it went? Were you satisfied?
Oh my god. My favorite thing this week was when they made Kobe eat hot sauce on the cast
that was
do the
so
Flag
fucking
vs TSM
sad.
match because he skipped it the first time.
That was very funny.
That was the funniest shit. Oh my god. Watching him just complain for 15 minutes straight was fucking hilarious.
Oh, that was very funny. Especially Kevin Flowers would be like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" I was like, "Nothing."
I went through the countdown actually to try to find the weekly wager because I wanted to know what they were doing, and I couldn't find them. Like, so wait, are they just not doing it this week? And apparently, this is what they did for the weekly wager this week.
What? Just punish Kobe?
Yeah, punish Kobe, which I'm all down for that. Yeah.
Did you watch the 24 Hours with Freak video?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was very good.
That
was really good.
Yeah, watching people get punished with having to hang out with Freak. Oi. Watching him like guest spot on all the shows too because
I love this or that, bro.
He's just standing there heckling.
Yeah, super good.
Oh, I want someone to have to spend 24 hours this week every time. That would be just that'd be funny.
Why? What's wrong with you? You're a sadist.
I'm not a sadist. I want someone else to do it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I like watching people suffer.
Yeah, that's Schadenfreude, my man.
Schadenfreude. All right.
Sadist. Well, we don't need to get into the nuances, but
let's. Do you want to talk about CLG right now?
Yeah, that'll be a good segue into the game. CLG versus C9/TSM. Is CLG trending down, or did they just play two of the top teams in the league?
They did play two of the top teams in the league. I definitely think C9 and TSM are top 4, and no one's going to argue with that. But,
easily.
But they got beat in like 2 of the fastest games in the split. I think the only team who has a faster game is TL on Golden Guardians.
Is that true?
I think that's the fastest game in this split, but I'm not sure.
Wow, 24-51 for the TSM game. Holy shit.
Yeah, they beat him faster than the Cloud9. How you like that? Mm-hmm, yeah.
By 2 minutes.
Hey, that's a lot of time, man.
I mean, yeah, but also Zayza literally flashed into the fountain at the end of the game. And they just memed heavily for kills, so, you know. Wow, dude, Wiggly with the 0-5-2 against C9. Fucking dude.
I don't know.
They didn't even, like, heavily grief.
They didn't seem to do anything weird.
Game.
What did I have for
an 11k gold lead for TSM?
What did I have?
There's barely a kill differential.
Oh, I hated the Jarvan top lane. Jungle Aatrox just sort of tilted me, and then Smoothie was just like reading them like a book. Like someone just mailed him a postcard, and he's just like, "Yeah, I got you."
I'm just confused. Why, if you have Aatrox and Jarvan, why put him in this order?
I don't know why you're picking Aatrox at all right now. Like it just seems like he doesn't have the power. He doesn't have enough oomph.
A delicious 0-4-1 on Stickside. Stickside has proven to be relatively weak this split for me.
He got a shit kick.
What did he get hooked like 9 times in lane?
I don't know, but he got killed for it, and he got really punished. Bad. He started a Sheen. He went right. His first item was a Sheen.
He ended the game. Oh my god, that's not great, buddy.
Like I don't understand how you start Sheen after you get your shit kicked in. Like I get it, you need some strength, but guess what? You're a scaling 80 carry in that fucking tier. You're trying to build 2 of those.
Well, he didn't even come close to having a second one, so don't sweat it. Don't even sweat it, dude.
I mean, that's what you do. And oh my god, he didn't even finish the first one.
No, he did not have a great game.
He was behind by like an item and a half. Oh my god.
Dude, he got fucked. He got actually misread.
Bodied. Oh, Smoothie borrowed Jensen's cologne real quick and just bodied them. Oh.
Body by Smoothie. I mean, they used to be on the same team. I bet the
Yeah,
recipe runs in the family.
he probably had some
Yeah.
left over from a couple
He
years
probably
ago.
had some kicking around. Thought he busted out. I don't think CLG, to get back to the original question and stop fucking memeing on CLG.
It's too easy.
I don't think CLG is unnecessarily a permanent downward trend. I definitely think they're middle to like low middle of the pack team. And I think that they'll have a fighting chance against other middle of the pack teams. And they will look more competitive, I think, moving forward against those teams. A C9 TSM weekend, I think, is hard for really any team that isn't
TL
TL.
or FlyQuest even.
And then FlyQuest team, yeah.
Wait,
really,
did they have that same weekend? No, that was last weekend.
Yeah. But the point is, when you're a middle to lower middle of the pack team.
No, they did. They had the same weekend. They had the same weekend.
Yeah, but FlyQuest is a better team than CLG.
I'm not saying they're not, but I'm just saying that we had like two teams play against TSM and C9 in the same weekend. It was like a 4-way split. And the only reason I think FlyQuest was stupider is because they picked Yasuo bot, which we'll get into later.
We'll get to that a little bit later. But all I'm saying is, I think against Fox, against Optic, even against Golden Guardians, 100 the UCG, CLG is going to look a little bit better, a little more competitive, maybe a little more convincing. I think there's a pretty big gap between the current top 3, maybe even top 4 teams and everyone else in the league. It feels like everyone below FlyQuest is sort of just kicking around for mediocrity.
Urgot went unbanned in TSM versus CLG.
That's surprising.
If what I'm looking at is to be believed, it might be an error because that's
what did you say, the TSM game?
Yeah, the TSM versus CLG game. Urgot went unbanned and unpicked.
These are facts.
I am extremely surprised by that. But
the bans were... Oh, wow. Those are surprising bans.
Do you know what else I hate?
What?
Galio support.
I liked it when Zazel did it.
You like everything when Zazel does it because he does it better.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's my boy, dude. Are you kidding me, dude?
I really don't like Galio bot. I feel
Zazel also won, though.
I feel like ever since they've removed the defenses on his ultimate, it kind of makes it a moot point to have that. So it's like I don't know why we're building this.
That's fair,
but I am extremely surprised that TSM didn't ban Urgot, and I'm very surprised CLG first pick Ezreal, and then don't second round Urgot when TSM don't pick it first round.
Or ban it.
Because TSM's first round was Jace and Thresh, and the Thresh paid off. Not gonna lie. The
Thresh pick you can be mad at. The Jace we can be annoyed at, but
I was about to say Jace built 2 Yomus. That's the next game for TSM. This game he didn't get past the first one.
Oh yeah, he did build 2. Well, what did they say? 1 for each hand.
Yeah, 1 for each
Come on,
hand.
dude.
But I don't.
Roanoke is Zoro, dude.
I don't know.
We're talking about One Piece, dude. Get out of my face, dog. Love that shit.
I feel like the CLG draft has been awful. I feel like both games they drafted poorly. They don't ban Urgot in the C9 game either, and they're red side that game. And then C9 just first pick it like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It's Urgot. And then they picked Yorick and Galio, and I'm just like,
all these Yorick.
What is this?
What fucked up, dog?
What is this? What are you gonna build around Yorick and Galio? How do you?
I don't know.
Where are you going from here?
All these Yorick picks got me actually fucked up. Like,
I don't know, man.
I don't.
I like
get it.
I get the Yorick. I actually get the Yorick pick. The thing is that when you pick Yorick, you need wave clear, and C9 got Sivir.
But we get a Yorick who's in farm with the Urgot. They don't have any wave clear on that team. Like, they have Ori.
The problem is that Jarvan's not an amazing jungler, and yeah, they had.
He's fine. Like, Jarvan isn't the reason they lost that. Like, Wiggly's Jarvan might be, but like the Jarvan pick, right? Like the 052 jungler definitely didn't help them.
I just don't think they knew what they were doing, or like their comps aren't making any sense.
Like, oh, that comp seems like aggressively solo queue to me.
It's like, yeah, it feels really solo queue, but it's like, is this a pick comp? Is this a dive comp?
No.
Like you can't, like they have half of each of them, but Like, yeah, you can dive the Jarvan Galio and then swing in Stixay and then maybe get a good wombo with
But then,
Ori.
like, what are you
But what the
diving
fuck
into?
is Yorick doing?
But
Where's
then also look
Yorick?
what you're diving into. You're diving into Sedge, Urgot, Alistar.
Like, yeah.
What are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna get Chansey soon.
Oh, let's just dive on to Aatrox. Presses R.
They didn't have an Aatrox.
Niski played Aatrox. Oh, the thing's not updated. It shows Aatrox.
Niski plays Sylas.
The thing shows Aatrox instead of Sylas on the page.
No, he's playing Sylas, but even then, like, what are you gonna do? Oh,
also, yeah,
you're
not banning. You're banning Tom Kench. I'm sorry. That's not. You're banning Nocturne, Cassiopeia, Lucian, and then you're gonna. What? Why?
I don't know.
You ban that and then you leave up Urgot. Why?
The team comps, the team play, and the team bans, like, it's all looked so scattered from CLG, and it really feels like they're only getting really convincing wins against other teams who are having serious problems.
Like, yeah, like beating CG, beating Fox or something like that. It doesn't. That's not exactly gonna show me much.
That doesn't make me lose my mind. But if CLG comes in 2-0s this weekend, I'm like, oh shit, dude, this is real. But instead, they got clapped.
I'll say because they're playing TL.
No, I meant this last weekend.
Oh no, yeah, that would have been really interesting.
Like if CLG had come in, like slap C9, slap TSN, then I'm like, oh my god, dude, we're here. We're living in a world where CLG is beasting.
Suddenly, my tier list looks real, almost, except for that 100 Thieves is like 4 places above where they even remotely should be.
These are facts. Suddenly, we get a 50% on the week instead of a 70.
Okay. So we ride down CLG enough. Do you want to move on to Optic and whether or not they should keep that data?
Optic keep in the boy Joshua Dardock? I forget his last name. Or chilling. His last name.
Day one. Dardock. They kind of look. Is this gonna? There we go.
Meteos.
Meteos still looks fine.
He looks fine. Gets his first W.
I liked the comp from Optic on Saturday.
Against 100.
Yeah, I felt like it was a really good
that is a good comp.
1-3-1 movement comp that they can keep pushing in them with, but they couldn't.
Nice pick potential too.
They couldn't put it together themselves. Like they didn't seem like they knew that they had a good comp, and they were just kind of dicking around the whole time, hoping that 100 Thieves just falls over, which they eventually did.
That's true. Yeah, I was kind of surprised watching this one live that 100 Thieves ended up losing. They lost with still a gold lead, a kill lead. Like, sure, they're down at Drake, but it never really felt like the Optic had a commanding lead.
1,000 gold in 40 minutes is not much.
No, it's not. I mean, it was a pretty even game, but like I never felt like it was still surprising that I don't know. I never felt like Optic was insanely far ahead.
I think they were playing in the back foot for much of the game. Yeah, like you're looking at the gold graph, seeing it, 100 Thieves were ahead until Optic got.
You tried so hard there.
Yeah, I did.
You tried so fucking hard to say 100 Thieves. You went through half the goddamn teams before you got to the team we're talking about. What the
100 Thieves seemed to lose a fight and lose Baron, and then Optic just turned it into 5 turrets and a Drake and an inhib, and then they were able to kind of get it on from there. But they then lost a Baron later, and they're trying to fight. They had to fight through a Baron to get out. But they had to rely on a backdoor. That's how they won this game. They're like, hang on, they can't leave, so we can just backdoor the base because we have a global comp. Holy shit, guys! Did you know Tom Kench can take someone with him, and Ryze can leave? What? Because for like half the game, they're trying to have Ryze split push and catch people out, and they made it work once. They had one good player around a Ryze pick out that got them 2 kills.
This is a true statement.
But like. They weren't consistently doing that. They weren't pulling 100 Thieves around the map with it. They got it off once because they were lucky, and they saw an opportunity. But they had other opportunities and they had other chances to push it and take shit for it, but they just didn't. So when Dardoch comes in, they win again. Right? Nope. Do they? Hang on.
Yep.
Yes, they win again. But this time it was against Clutch. Not very impressive wins, but still.
Bigger gold lead, still a kill deficit, better objective control, but
so
like
I actually this is the one place where I think Jace jungle was a good idea. The one place when the other team picks Malphite to counter the Jace, and you can give a hard counter to Malphite on top of that.
I agree. That being said, the next time we do I am playing Jace.
You trade jungle Jace, I'll kill you.
Again, I have to reiterate. With that being said,
you're gonna make me one trick Jace every time we play together now, aren't you?
No, I won't. Oh, you think I even want to play that shit, dude? That seems. Oh my god, I would feel unclean for.
What do you even start? Do you start W on jungle Jace? Is that what you start?
I have no fucking idea.
Like why? Like
I legitimately don't know.
So it looked like Clutch's comp didn't make any goddamn sense.
Wow, it's not even. Wow. Okay.
Like Optic has a poke slash pick comp, like a low range pick comp with Thresh, and then a split push with Vladimir. Because who's keeping up with Vladimir?
You start Q?
Well, because you instantly get level 2 off of your leash.
Yeah, I know, but it seems like your W is probably better damage.
Who knows? I don't know. I haven't tried it because I'm not stupid. But
everyone I'm looking at starts Q.
Okay, back to the topic.
Everyone I'm looking at, by the way,
back to the topic. I think. Well, I don't know, looking at the CG Optic game, CG's comp makes no goddamn sense to me. It's like a really weird pick comp with no team fight at all. And I just have no idea how you play with that. Whereas
True.
Optic seem to have a pretty good team fight with a pick and a good split push. But on Dardoch, specifically Dardoch, I think Dardoch meshes better with Crown.
This I agree with.
Like I feel like that might be how they make this work, because Crown has looked better with Dardoch than he did with Meteos, but Meteos still doesn't look bad.
Yeah, but neither Dardoch nor Crown was the reason they won that game. But it's weird because it also feels like neither Crown nor Meteos was the reason they won that game. You know?
I agree. I kind of agree, but I feel like the Vladimir pick for top lane into Malphite gave them a lot of map control.
I feel like they've been winning out of their bot lane when they're winning.
I guess, but you got to remember the last time they were winning, it wasn't Arrow playing; it was Asta.
No, I know, but like right now, I'm saying this weekend they seem to win both games because of Arrow's performance, and then the team moving around Arrow. But it seemed like Arrow is doing a big portion of that that work.
Arrow seemed to be more in the game this week, definitely. But I'm still not sold on Arrow being like their carry potential. I feel like they need to find more options.
I agree. I think it's inconsistent at best. But my issue is,
I still wish Allure was playing.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. It's like it's hard to tell. I didn't feel like either jungler had like a crazy big edge, right? Like definitely with Crown, I think we both agree with Stardock, but how that shakes out for the macro game or the team in general, I don't really know.
I don't know. Optic are looking like they're having roster problems. They seem to have maybe found an answer this weekend. I'm not sure because they had to switch a player, and I'm not sure what that means. But maybe whatever.
Wait, who did they switch?
They switched out Meteos and Dardoch.
Oh, I thought you meant for the coming weekend, like something happened.
Oh no! I don't know. I don't know who they switched. Roster locks.
Like Friday when you said they had to, it sounded like something. I was confused. I apologize.
So I'm not really sure what these results mean. All I know is that Dardoch looks like he meshes better from the games I've seen him play, and that's probably a good option. All right, so I want to take a look at the top 4 and see how we think they stack up, not only against each other but like kind of internationally, because these are the teams right now that I think are most likely
Internationally,
to be
dude.
playing.
I didn't do my research.
I didn't research people internationally either, but like I mean in a general.
I don't even know.
I mean in a general sense.
I literally don't know who's top 5 LEC right now.
No one knows who's top 5 LEC right now.
Shaka Splice. Okay.
It's basically just G2.
Griffin is 10-0.
Yeah, Griffin's looking interesting.
What the fuck?
And then I don't understand how LPL works.
7-0.
Apparently, FunPlus and IG are their best teams, but I've never seen them really play.
How does the top 4 stack up against the top 4 of the LCS Academy?
They'd stomp them. They'd stomp them like puppies.
Probably. I don't know. Blabber's pretty good.
So, looking at the LCS top 4, we got Team Liquid, Cloud9, TSM, and FlyQuest. What?
Did you see there was a signing, I think, this week?
A signing? Who's what?
I think CLG got a new top laner. No, C9 did.
Oh, no, you're talking about the streamer.
Oh, he was a streamer?
Yeah, he's a streamer. I
thought they like signed him for the.
That's a Brazil streamer. There's no bearing on that.
Oh, I thought they like replaced their academy. I'm sorry, that's my fault. I'm an idiot.
I don't.
Anyway, whatever.
He might be going to the academy, but the academy's not what we're here to talk about right now.
I know. I apologize.
Son of a bitch. You take me off track one more time.
In order: Team Liquid, Cloud9, TSM, FlyQuest.
So, I think TSM, FlyQuest, and Cloud9 are kind of a toss-up. I think FlyQuest is probably below Cloud9 and TSM, but between Cloud9 and TSM, I'm not exactly sure who's better, because TSM honestly seem like they have a much higher ceiling than Cloud9. Like, it feels like Cloud9's getting close to their ceiling, and I'm not sure how much higher they can go.
Disagree.
Let's go.
I don't feel that at all. And look, obvious bias, huge C9 fan, have been since they entered the league.
I am not a TSM fan. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a huge TSM fan. Get the fuck out of here. I'm pretty sure do you still have the flag behind you?
No, I don't have a TSM flag.
Yeah, but you've got the shirt, you fucking coward, dude. Fuck you, dude. Anyway, I don't feel like C9's getting close to their ceiling. I think this roster and some of the depth they have on Academy, I feel like they're really, really strong. I feel like they, as always, I mean, in the last few years, I feel like C9 typically does better internationally than they just turn something on and tend to perform. What?
Yeah, they win one more game than TSM do internationally.
Yes, and that's performing.
And that's what matters. One game.
Look, it means I get to shit talk you and you don't get to shit talk me. I don't know what you want, dog. TL, I think we talked about this last week or the week before. I echo Saint Vicious's concerns that they're slapping NA and then they're gonna just get clapped international.
That's what happened. That's what happened to TSM every time. They can run through NA with a hot knife through butter. But,
yeah, they're much better.
You hit Korea, and it's just like, wait, this doesn't do anything versus a katana. What am I doing here?
Yeah, I feel like I'm sus about all 4 of the top teams' standings internationally. At least against like LCK, LEC. I don't really know anything about LPL or anything else, but I don't think any of the top 4 teams right now, I would not bet on any of them like slapping Griffin or SKT or G2. I think those would be really tough games. But I think this is probably solidified as the top 4. I think there's a kind of a gap between TSM and FlyQuest when TSM is like really turning it on. And I think there's a pretty big gap between basically everyone else in TSM. Cloud9.
I think I agree that these standings is probably pretty accurate given their current performances in LCS, especially because that's what the numbers say. That's what the numbers on the screen say. But
hell yeah, dude. We're fucking getting numeric on it, dude. What do you know about numerals, dog?
But like, I feel like TSM have they at least try to do something early game, and Cloud9 I don't feel like do that as much. I don't feel like either of the other 3 try to play early game as much as TSM does, regardless of like how successful we really think it is. TSM's early game seems like they're trying to figure out what are good plays to go for and what aren't good plays to go for, and that's what they're learning. And I don't know what their jungler situation is going to look like because that's a big part of your early game is your jungler. So if their jungler stays Acadian, it looks like it'll probably be okay. And it looks like Greg is definitely helping out with the early game because I see him in TSM Legends all the time. He's always apparently backstage, and he's definitely. I don't know if he's scrimming with the team, but he's on support staff, probably as a jungle positional coach. So
yeah.
But I don't like. I like. What to you makes you think that Cloud9 is gonna have a proactive early game, something they need when they go international?
I don't know if it's the proactive early game. I just think that at the moment I'm more confident in C9's ability to hold on in the mid to late game or the transitional stages of the game. And C9 has looked a little bit better closing games out when the games were closer than TSM has. And that's just like, I mean, we talked about the Reggie tweet a couple weeks ago. That's always sort of been a TSM problem, that transition from early to mid and the transition from mid to late and sort of all of mid game. But I think C9, I think the Svenskaren's fine, and I think he can play more proactive. I think, they bring in Blabber when they need that.
We've seen him play more proactive when he was on TSM. He was clapping people at Worlds one year on Lee Sin because they gave it to him, and he's just like, I'm going to run through your jungle now. I hope you don't get in my way.
So if he can pull that out, or if they need to bring in Blabber or something for early game aggression. But I think for me, what makes me slightly more confident is C9's ability to weather the transitional phase and also like to play from behind. That's just where I'm at.
Do you know how often they're put behind? Because I don't think Cloud9 has been put in a behind situation that often.
No, I don't think so either. But when they have been, I'm just more confident.
Like TSM have been put in a behind situations before, but they've also been in ahead situations before and just chucked it out during the mid game.
That's fair. I don't know.
So I think we're in agreement that
only
it's
thing
really...
is, like, I don't even know if for me it's like, could C9B have a more proactive early game? Yeah, obviously. But I also think C9's like relatively capable of weathering the storm of early game and just transitioning and being okay. That's how they've gotten a handful of their wins. It's just like being fine and then like winning later.
So I think we both agree that they like TL, Cloud9, and TSM have at least one factor of their overall game plan to improve on. FlyQuest probably more so. And that putting them in an international stage right now would probably turn out bad for them. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
All right, so do you want to move on to your favorite segment?
Why? Who hurt you? That's what I'm trying to ask, bro. Why? Who hurt you? This week's edition brought to you by motherfucking Yasuo Bottom, dude. Who hurt you? Why? Why?
So I really like Cloud9's choice into this. They played against yeah.
What, Cassio Gallium?
Who was the other team? Was it Echofox Golden Guardians?
It was Fly C9, and it was... I don't remember.
It was FlyQuest and C9. Was it Clutch
and
Guardians?
It was definitely into Piglet, so GGS and CG. And they picked Aurelia.
So, I don't like the...
fucking slapped them, dude. What the fuck?
I don't like the Aurelia one as much as I like the Cassio
he
one.
Fucking crushed them.
Oh no, he 100% did. Mostly because I think it's brain dead to pick Yasuo first. Why?
It was unwise.
Why?
I will grant you that.
Like, why? Okay, look, Fly had a much better strategy going into this, picking up Yasuo and Alistar in the same breath. They picked them first round. And Wild Turtle, I know, can play Yasuo because Wild Turtle can play whatever you chuck at him because he's Wild Turtle, and he plays League of Legends really well.
He is Wild Turtle,
but
that is his name.
But looking at GGS on Deathly, who's the other knockup? Ornn, whose knockup is predicated on having ground to hit, or not ground, terrain to hit, or his ultimate. Like, what? Why? There's just such an ult-reliant team comp. Though I will admit, I think did Deathly get screwed out of one of the one of the ults where he only got definitely Yasuo had one of the ults where he had 3 people knocked up and only grabbed one of them with the ultimate, and that was so sad.
That was unfortunate.
It was such
I do
a sad
agree.
time. Oh, but I just, why are you picking this, and why are you picking it blind, and then not flexing it to mid or top? Why?
That's a good question.
I like looking at Golden Guardians versus Clutch Gaming. The reason why you wouldn't do that is because they picked up Cassiopeia and Vladimir, I think. Yeah, before they got to pick their mid lane. So that means you don't want to put it mid and you don't want to put it top lane. But my response as Clutch Gaming would have most definitely been to put Cassiopeia as the bot lane counter and not pick the Aurelia and pick something else that would have done well into Kennen. Now here's the real problem is that all 3 of Golden Guardians laners can swap with each other for the most part. Kennen probably less in the mid lane.
Yeah, but that's fair. I don't know.
And AD Kennen's dead, so you'd be playing AP Kennen from the bot lane. But I still feel like Kennen was most assuredly top, and they could have flipped mid and bot. So picking 3 Yasuo counters kind of makes it so that Yasuo has nowhere to go. Yeah. But I'm just like, I still like, why do you first pick this? Why is this a first pick? You need to pick this into an AD carry. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed ill-advised is a polite way to say it. If you were like, yo, deftly, dog, that man's playing motherfucking Yasuo, I'd be like, really? Because probably not, right? Like,
it's like, yeah, definitely is on that. I'm like, why don't you just play Sivir?
Or yeah, like, anybody. That's a fine comp to play Sivir into, dude. Even in Ezreal, you know.
Like Yasuo does really good into Sivir. Because he can hit W and stop her wave clear. Like, I don't know. People are first picking this for no real reason. I don't understand.
Like, is it really that strong?
It's not. It's really not. It only has a 45% win rate globally, and
well, that's solo queue.
No. I mean, in pro play. Like, Yasuo overall only has like a 45-ish% win rate.
Damn, I was hoping it was solo queue.
And Yasuo bot has 11. Yeah, it has 11 games and 45.5 win rate. Like, why? What has happened? Why are people doing this? It doesn't.
It's not great.
It's really not great. Wild Turtles looked much better. It looked like they had an idea of how to play around this, but he still got counterpicked. And then Cloud9 are like, you know what? We don't have an AD carry. What are we gonna do about getting a ranged attack damage and good team fight? Let's pick Kindred. Perfect. That was a great answer to it too.
And it was a great answer since Garen played well, Sneaky played well, everyone on that team played real well. I just put the whooping on FlyQuest, my dude. Yeah, that was a bloody game, dude. 22-13.
Because FlyQuest actually had a lead in the early game. Like they were outpacing them a little bit, but then they faltered.
These are facts.
And then they faltered, and they let the scaling comp of C9 just kind of get to them. And Yasuo, as much as everyone wants to make you feel like he's a late game champion, is not a late game champion. He's squishy as hell.
He's definitely a late game champion, by the way.
No, just no.
He's not.
That boy gets booty smacked and he's out the game.
Yeah, and he did indeed get a booty smacked, as you say.
Only in the CG game. In the Fly game, they lost because of macro play and their top side not winning.
That's true. 4-6-3 isn't great, though.
It's not, but he had so many kills early, and then he had a really good play in their jungle that almost turned the game for them and almost made it even. But then he lost to the Silas, who was crazy, by the way. All right,
that's true.
So Yasuo bot, please stop picking it for the love of God. Next,
who hurt you? Send him to jail. Quit it. Get this shit. Dead it.
Next topic. 9.8. 9.8.
9.4.
I'm like 5 months ahead of myself.
You were
9.4.
I don't understand that one, but okay.
9.4. So I brought up some of the changes that I think are important. And I think Rek'Sai, Urgot, Zed, and Trundle are probably the biggest things to take out of this patch.
Fucking excited about Rek'Sai, dude.
I feel like it helps Rek'Sai. I don't feel like it helps her a lot.
It does.
Was the ult? I think the ult was the biggest change. It's undodgeable now, isn't it?
But that was the biggest problem. Is that if you're dueling or you're in a fight and you need to get out, like your ult before, you could just like
Oh no,
you could
you
be
could
like
walk right out of it.
Yeah, it was insane, and it completely removed a huge portion of your damage. That thing does a lot of fucking damage, and now making you have to blink, dash, flash, whatever. It's actually a huge buff, right? Like
Yeah, without now requiring them to have flash,
Yeah.
basically.
And
I think
can
they
tell
have to
you-
flash a wall too. I don't think you can just flash it.
I gotta tell you, like having played a decent amount of Rek'Sai since the patch, she feels way stronger.
What do you
Like,
normally
way
build?
stronger.
What do you normally build on Rek'Sai? Bruiser or assassin, or assassin-ish?
Usually Bruiser, because most people grief on solo queue comps, and there are like 4 other assassins on the team.
So let's not have a third.
Yeah, usually Bruiser. I also just like the Bruiser playstyle more generally as a person. I like the survivability personally because, frankly, you build Bruiser and you still do ridiculous damage. Like at one item, I'm like able to duel like a AD carry or Lucian or something like early game AD carry and basically be fine. At 6.
I think the Urgot nerfs don't totally take him out of the game.
No, but I don't think there's as high a priority. Like this week, I was shocked to see the Urgot unbanned unpicked. Next week, not as shocked.
Yeah, he might just go right through Jam Select a few more times because they made the mana really hurt.
They truly did.
I don't think
not deceive me here.
I don't think it's as big of a deal on his W post 6, but the Q going up and the pre 6 as early game going down means he's gonna have a tougher time getting into the game. And they drop the shield by 30 flat defense, and they have the bonus health ratio. So I think that's gonna be a big hit to his survivability in fights. So Urgot less oppressive, a lot bigger on the mana cost.
Yeah. Which I think is good. What else?
I'm so done with seeing Urgot. I also had, this is not the page, Zed. Zed actually got a lot.
Oh, dude, he's crazy buffed. He's so strong. I think we're gonna see Zed, and I'm excited, bro.
I'm real excited. I want Bjergsen.
I want to see that Bjergsen King Zed, dude. I want to see that Jensen Zed, dude. I'm trying to see these classic mid laners bring Zed back in the mid lane and just eviscerate people.
You guys remember seeing Bjergsen on Akali? I want that every game. All the games. Yes.
I'm so stoked at the possibility of that, man.
What did they do to kind of replace the bonus AD he got from Deathmark? Nothing?
Let me read the notes.
Because they just removed that he would get that.
They buffed the damage on his Q, increased the range on his W.
Oh, they buffed the flat damage on the Q. That probably does a lot.
They buffed the flat damage and the bonus damage by 0.1. They lowered the cooldown of the W and increased the range by 650. And they just removed the R. And they also increased the attack speed growth to 3.3. So it's a lot. They
upped his basic attack. So now he's more on the split push again.
Yeah, but he's also still insanely good in a 1v1.
Mm-hmm. I feel like missing a couple, like that 600 or 900-ish gold you would end up getting from your passive is probably going to hurt. But now it stops requiring him from having to ult an AD carry to get his get what he wants. That would be an interesting. I've always wondered if anyone's tried that comp. Like, see them lock in Zed and be like, okay, Cassiopeia bot, Victor mid, Vladimir top lane. Just like, let's go with that.
I mean, that no longer matters, but yeah.
Conqueror. Jesus Christ.
Conqueror feels pretty good.
Well, then they nerfed it. And they're gonna nerf it again next patch. But
yeah, it felt pretty nuts for a little bit.
They nerfed the damage down to 2 to 10 instead of 15 to 3 to 15. My bad.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty big. I mean, that's good though.
Yeah, and then they made it so it's a 2-second duration instead of 3. But I still think the heal is a little bit much because I watched this pentakill from Yasuo, and he basically got all of his health back by ulting 2 or 3 people, and I'm just like, what? He was dead. He had like less than 100 HP, like no joke, and he just gets all the health back, and I'm like, why are you what? Did no one play test this? Did no one see that? Like, come on, you should not be getting that from a freaking keystone. Or Keystone. That's what that is. A couple of like honorable mentions were the Lucian nerf, which I think will definitely put everyone back to standard Lucian of Qmax first. Because before they were leveling up W a few times.
Yeah, it was W, sometimes even W with a D ring.
Yeah, they were doing that just to get some extra wave clear.
3 ranks into W, and then Qmax.
Azir got an attack speed buff. Was it base or was it growth? Yeah, his growth got a buff, so I think he's definitely going to see a bit more play now.
Nerf to Sivir's Ricochet.
It's only kind of a nerf. It was a bug fix. That was only in
No, they also like lowered the bonus damage.
No. That's part of the bug.
Okay.
So now it's back to what it was like 2 patches ago. Because it was a bug in the previous patch. So yeah, that Sivir is probably. I'm not sure what it'll do. It seems like she'll still be picked.
She still seems like she's a good champion in a bunch of the.
That's why you're picking her, is because she's good into Ezreal and she's good into.
Yeah, she's safe. She's good into things, into a bunch of stuff that's meta. She's good with a lot of champions that are meta. I don't think Sivir's going away anytime soon.
And then.
God bless. Like an easy ass champion, dude. Free LP every day, dog.
The bug fizz on Varus, I think, is actually really important because it means that people who are good at Varus, like who are only good at Varus, are gonna pick Varus more often. I think TSM ran Varus last weekend, if I recall correctly, into FlyQuest.
I don't know if that's enough to like pull him out of the fact that there's just so many better options, right? Like, I mean, maybe it's like a Draven where like if you play Draven we'll ban it, right? Like if you play Varus we'll ban it. But I'm not expecting to see people busting out the fat Varus on this one, dude.
Well, TSM picked it to help their poke out. And I think
and that's hyper situational though.
I think it was pretty situational, and picking it into Alistar was a little bit kind of hoping you don't get screwed. But I still think it definitely will help him out to not have that bug in there, whereas W doesn't work right.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So, want to go for next week's matchups?
You want to run through how we did this week?
Oh, yeah. Let's go through how we did this week first.
Sure. We went 70%, if you recall.
Yeah, we had all the same. Yeah, we had identical picks.
100 Thieves versus Optic. We were wrong. We were right about TL, wrong about CG, right about C9, TSM. I'm just breezing through these because we've talked a lot about these games already. Sorry. Do you mind? You want me to go through and say the verses? Or?
Yeah, just say the matchups and then whichever we picked.
Okay, 100 Thieves versus Optic. We picked 100 Thieves. We lost. Fox versus TL. We picked TL, obviously. GGS versus CG. We lost. We picked Golden Guardians. C9 versus Fly. We picked C9. Got the W. CLG versus TSM. Another W for free. Let's go. GGS versus Fox. Rest in peace, Mr. 500. We were contractually obligated to pick Echo Fox. Now no longer. Now that the curse has been lifted.
Bye-bye, Echo Fox.
Praise be. Optic versus CG. We pick Optic. We win. C9 versus CLG. C9. Fly versus TSM, we picked TSM. TL versus 100 Thieves, TL, those last 3, all wins. 70% on the week. I still think I'm up 1 game.
Alright. So, once again,
I'll do the writing as per usual.
First game of the week is a match for last place.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Started off strong, my dude.
Who do you think is going to win, Piglet or Bang?
Piglet.
Probably. But this is Bang.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but it's also the rest of 100 Thieves. If this was a pure ARAM 1v1, I would give it to Bang, probably.
It's also who he.
Again.
Who is he? Like, for the love of God.
Who is he, dude? I guess it depends upon the split, my man.
I did. DeMonte was on Hotline League on Monday. Pretty good, actually. I like the episode.
He was. DeMonte, I'm actually not that upset with. But, okay, shut the fuck up about DeMonte and tell me, well, that was rude. I apologize to you and DeMonte. You're both, well, I'm sure he's lovely. You're passable.
He got banned last split for harassing a bunch of people. And so
Oh, I
lucky.
didn't know that. I take it all back.
Yeah, I was gonna say
CG
I
versus
haven't
100
been banned.
Thieves. I don't care. Shut up. CG versus 100. I don't not care about the harassment. I don't care about you.
I don't know who's gonna win this game, and I'm just
Me
like.
either. It's a coin flip. Let's pick. It's not a coin flip. I actually think it's probably CG because 100 Thieves is like just fucking guff. But I also wouldn't be shocked if 100 Thieves won.
I think 100 Thieves is gonna win. I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna copy you so I don't take it out. Because I actually have no strong feelings about that game.
You don't want to split with me on another one because the TSM versus C9's happening this weekend.
That's true. TSM versus Fox. I'm gonna give it to TSM.
I don't think there's much to say, but where the hell is Rush?
Yeah.
Where is Rush? I don't know.
He's probably.
No
I
one
don't know,
knows.
Dude. What happened to the kind boy, dude?
The kind boy has become really mean. All right, Golden Guardians versus
C9
Cloud9.
Golden Guardians. Cloud9. Again, yeah, I don't.
Cloud9.
I know you're not the biggest C9 fan, but you're not. Also, you're not griefing. So.
I don't think Golden Guardians are going to beat them. CLG versus Fly. FlyQuest. After that performance last weekend, I cannot pick them.
Optic versus TL.
TL. Everyone's picking TL every time. I don't.
It's every time. Fox versus CG.
Maybe Rush.
Last week I would have said Mr. 500 all in. But this week I feel lost. Like I don't know what to do when I don't pick Fox on Saturday and then Sunday comes. Who do I pick? Do I pick Fox? I can't. The meme's dead. I'm lost.
I just don't.
I'm lost.
I just feel like Rush has not shown up for like 2 weeks, and I don't know what to do about it.
I don't either.
And at the same time, Hooney looks boosted.
These are both facts. But who do you think is more important for the success of the team? Hooney's role on CG or Rush's role on Fox?
I feel like Rush's role is more important because I don't feel like Fox has a lot of options.
Then CG's probably going to win.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess CG wins, but I'm still like this in the CG versus 100. I'm just like I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
why are you making me make this decision?
That's a shit show. I'm also going CG because I agree that Rush's role is far more important and he hasn't been showing up. 100 Thieves GGS. I'm gonna give this one to Golden Guardians.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think 100 Thieves has enough to keep up with Golden Guardians.
I agree.
I think Golden Guardians has options. I don't think GGS has. I don't think 100 Thieves has many options.
These are facts.
They have Someday.
Who hasn't been?
He's been looking okay, and
he's been okay, but he hasn't been looking like.
He's had his moments, but like
1v9, you know.
Like, he can't 1v9, and Bang's not carrying much of his weight either. He does at times, but it's not consistent enough. Then they have to drag He and Aframu around. What the hell is wrong with Aframu? So many people that I'm just like, what is wrong with you at this split? Where are you? Are you playing this game right now?
What happened to the good old days, dude?
TL versus CLG. I think TL is going to beat CLG. And
Whoa,
it's just
no, I wrote it down, but we didn't talk about it yet.
Oh, okay.
I wrote down C9 for me, TSM for Anthony, because I knew the answers, but we should talk. Obviously, C9 versus TSM. I'm picking C9, you're picking TSM. We can skip over that. It's going to be fun, and I hope we do.
No, let's go. Why do you think C9 is going to beat TSM?
Well, we're not doing it.
We're doing this. This is what the show's about.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, here, let's break this down.
The show is just a place for me to put our feud about C9 and TSM on a pedestal.
That's wild and irresponsible. But okay. Here's why. Broken Blade's gonna get clapped. Acadian is gonna get clapped. Bjergsen is gonna get clapped. Sven is gonna get clapped. Smoothie is gonna get clapped.
What happens when Smoothie
And when you get a 5-man clap,
what happens when Smoothie gets thrashed? What are you gonna do then?
Oh,
that boy is coming for revenge.
Wait, no, you made a horrible mistake. Sneaky is better than Stixay and won't get hooked 9 fucking times in lane for no reason.
Oh my god.
Look, Smoothie's thrash was clean. But a big part of that early lead was Stixay borderline intentionally feeding.
And on a scaling champion. And then first
Yeah,
by
so
a machine.
don't like mince words about that. C9 is gonna clap you, or it's gonna be really close and I'm gonna be anxious the whole time.
Okay. I think TSM is going to win because I think the most recent patch changes favor C9. TSM.
I agree, but that's because every patch favors C9 when they're playing TSM. Booyah! Shot.
I think the patch changes heavily favor TSM and their champion pools. I think the Zed upgrade is going to make Zed a permanent ban against TSM. Otherwise,
I do agree with
just
that.
run train on people. And
no, I agree with that, but I don't
games.
think like.
I think upping Varus makes Ven have a really good option to fall back on after all the other AD carriers are banned.
Relax, you're gonna tell me that Sneaky can't play against a Varus? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Put Zayasal on his filthy ass Braum. Fuck all you're poking, dude. Get out of my face.
I just don't see it. I think Acadian is going to show what a real TSM jungler looks like to the old TSM jungler that he replaced.
What, you mean a real TSM jungler who's a replacement for the real TSM jungler because he got injured? You're gonna show me what a second string jungler looks like?
Apparently he's the third string because the other jungler replaced Mike Young because Mike Young couldn't learn jungle fast enough. But that's besides the point. I just think that Broken Blade also has a bigger champion pool than Licorice.
You're fucking
Licorice can't play Riven. Licorice can't play Aurelia.
Who wants to play Riven? What year is it?
Viper wants to play Riven every game.
I know, but that's fake. One tricks don't count.
One tricks don't count. My dude's name is Broken Blade.
I know, that's why he doesn't count. He's also 8 feet. No, he's not 8 feet tall. He's like 8 inches tall. Anyway, let's move on to the next one because we're running out of time, actually.
All right, so TL versus CLG. That's TL.
Wow, Team Liquid, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? If they couldn't beat Team 2, if they couldn't beat the second and third best team, there's almost no fucking shot.
This is going to be a race for TL to set the record against Cloud9 and TSM. Try to set the record for beating TLG the fastest.
Oh, yeah. What do they need to do, like in 23 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Fly Optic, by the way, is FlyQuest.
To be honest, if I had to pick an upset, it would definitely be TLCLG.
Me too. I want
Just
it so
'cause I
fucking
think
bad,
it's
but I'm
so
not betting on it because I'm not an idiot.
Fly Optic, I definitely think Fly is more consistent. I think Wild Turtle is gonna definitely keep up or do better than Arrow. I think their teamwork is definitely better than Optics. And if Optic are still having roster issues, it's really hard to say.
I think it's Fly for me. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Fly, 100%.
Fly. Well, we will see how this pans out. Once again, the only difference is C9 TSM. But
I don't know where Rush and Afrim have been this entire split. I feel like those two have just been gone. They just checked out and they have no idea. And I feel like at the same time, I feel like Rush is just sort of lost and wants to be there, and then Afrim is just trying to cash a paycheck. And I don't get it. Don't get it.
I wouldn't say just trying to catch a check, dude.
But you watch this man play League of Legends?
I have.
Because I haven't.
Oh. Dang. Savage. Anyway. Thank you for joining us this week on the Legendary League of Legends podcast. Anthony, take us home, buddy. Take us on home.
That'll do it for week 5 of the LCS and the Legendary League of Legends podcast. You can catch us every week at the LCS, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/Nizzy2K11. Sub to my channel for the random ass highlights I make of this. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Have a good night. Catch you.